Hello everybody, today we have beautiful HP Envy 2-in-1 laptop. It's so-called x360. It's a 14-inch laptop fa0013dx series with AMD Ryzen 5 Pro 8th gen processor. Beautiful touchscreen. Let's take it apart, let's see what we can fix, replace or upgrade. So start with taking out those screws from the bottom. And now we have to separate the bottom case from the palmrest. So find a gap where you can place your tool in and then start separating the clips. So work your way around the whole edge. And once the clips are disconnected, you can take off the bottom. Here that's our part number on the white sticker. Now we can access all the internal components. So start with disconnecting the battery. So pull out this connector, and now we can take it out. So if the battery is swollen or doesn't hold the charge, you can replace it. And now we can pull it out. Here that's our part number and the battery model number. Now under that cover there should be our storage. So there should be a screw, this one is missing. Alright, so that slot is empty. Normally you have here the NVMe SSD drive. So if your laptop doesn't boot and tells you there is no boot device, or you would like to upgrade the storage, you can do it here. Now those are our speakers. So if the sound is bad, you would like to replace your speakers. So take out these screws. Both speakers are connected. And now we can take out the speaker. Follow the cable. And now disconnect from the motherboard. And that's our part number on the white sticker. Here. Let's take a look under those covers. Alright, so here we can see our Wi-Fi card. So if the Wi-Fi doesn't work, you can replace this card. Gently disconnect the antenna wires. Now take out the screw on the top. So now we can pull out the card. There should be model number for the card on the top. Alright, so now that's our heatsink. So if your laptop overheats and you would like to add cooling paste between the heatsink and the processor, or if the fan doesn't spin or it's clogged with hair, or it's making grinding noise, this is when you would like to replace it. So unscrew all the screws. Now that's the video cable, so it's routed to our fan, so make sure it's not in our way. So now let's unplug the video cable. You have to flip this clip. Now we can unplug it. I usually close those connectors, otherwise if you leave it open you can break it later. So disconnect the second cable. So that cable is for the I/O board. All right, now we can take out the fan, disconnect from the motherboard, and that's our part number. Now let's take out the heatsink. Be careful, don't bend it. It may be stuck because of the cooling paste. This one wasn't, but sometimes it's stuck to the processor. If you bend it, it won't work anymore. Here, that's our part number for the heatsink. Now let's take out our I/O board. That's our audio port and the USB port. So if these ports don't work, you can replace this board. So that's the I/O board. Here we have the part number. Now let's take out our motherboard. So disconnect all the remaining cables. That's our keyboard connector. The touchpad. That's the second cable for the screen. Alright, now let's take out all the screws. Alright, now let's take out the motherboard. Alright, so that's our processor. Processor is soldered on the motherboard, so if it doesn't work, you have to replace the whole motherboard. Look for the part number here or the sticker. Oh, that's our RAM. RAM memory is soldered on the motherboard, so if it doesn't work, you have to replace the whole board. And you cannot upgrade this motherboard, like there is no way to add more RAM. Alright, now let's disconnect our screen assembly from the Palmrest keyboard assembly. So unscrew the hinges. Now gently unfold the hinges. And now we can disconnect the screen. Alright, so make sure you don't pinch the cable. It's a little bit tough, but doable. So now let's take out our touchpad. So take out these screws on the top. So this is how you can replace the touchpad. Look for the part numbers on those white stickers. And the keyboard is riveted to the Palmrest. You cannot replace it. You have to buy the whole Palmrest keyboard assembly like that. So if you need parts, check gotlaptopparts.com. And those are the that's our part number for the keyboard. The Palmrest. And that's our beautiful touch screen. Very fragile, very thin. If you can, look for the whole screen assembly on eBay or gotlaptopparts.com. Thank you guys for watching. See you in the next video.